Hello everyone, I'm back here with lesson number 4 in social studies. This is a class for 4th standard. So let's get on to page 222. 222, and we were dealing with the great Indian desert, no doubt, the Thar desert. So let's get on to the climate in this desert. Page 222. The desert had an extreme type of climate, means it is very hot and very cold. The days in the summer are long and hot. Dry hot winds blow during the day, making it difficult for people to leave their homes. So you cannot get out of the home because it is very, very hot and there's a dry, hot wind blowing throughout the day. Dust storms blow across the region at great speed. As the sun sets, it becomes cooler and the nights can get quite cold. So by evening, it gets cool and night it gets cold. So nights are cold. This is because the sands of the desert not only heat up fast but also cool down quickly. So during the daytime, the sand in the desert heats up very fast, so it becomes very hot. And by night, by evening and night, it gives off the heat very quickly. It cools down, and so the nights also become very cold. Winter days are pleasant, but nights are very cold. Irrigation. To solve the problem of scarcity of water, the government has undertaken the Indira Gandhi Canal project. Water from the Sutlej and its tributaries is diverted through this canal to the desert region. This canal provides water to the people and the fields of Rajasthan. Part of the sandy desert has begun to look green with different kinds of crops and trees growing there. So the desert has very little rainfall, so there is lack of water, scarcity of water, and the government of India has taken up a project known as the Indira Gandhi Canal project, and water from the Sutlej river is fed through this canal to different parts of the desert so that people can make use of this water for their irrigation and also for their own needs. Next one is occupation of the people, that is the different types of jobs these people in the desert do. Life is difficult on the desert side, that is to the west of the Aravalli, but the eastern side of the Aravalli gets some rainfall. Jowar, bajra, wheat, gram, oilseeds, pulses and mustard seeds are grown here. So the western side is very bad, but the eastern side is somewhat better because it gets a little of rainfall. And jowar, bajra, wheat, mustard, oilseeds, pulses are some of the crops that are grown on the eastern side. Rearing of sheep and goats is also an important occupation. So these people in Rajasthan, they are also farmers in the sense they keep goats and sheep. As Rajasthan is rich in minerals, several people work in mines. So mining is also a very important occupation over there in Rajasthan. The people of Rajasthan wear bright and colorful clothes. You can see that in the picture. The women wear lehenga or ghagra, a blouse and a chunni or odhni. The men wear dhoti, kurta and long turbans. So they keep their heads covered because to avoid the heat of the sun. And they wear colorful dresses, which is known as a lehenga or a ghagra, a blouse and chunni for the ladies, and dhoti and kurta with turbans for the men.
Life in the desert regions.
Hi, you'll never guess where I went this winter. I visited Egypt and could see parts of the largest tropical desert in the world, the Sahara.
That's lovely, John. I remember I visited the Ladakh region last summer. Hey, aren't both the regions deserts?
Of course, both the regions are deserts. Based upon temperature, deserts are classified into 3 types. Sahara Desert is a hot or tropical desert, and Ladakh is a cold or temperate desert. Polar deserts are extremely cold deserts found in the frigid zone. I'm sure no one here has visited the polar desert.
What is the difference between the two deserts?
Basically, Sahara Desert is a hot desert and Ladakh is a cold desert.
The Sahara is the largest desert in the world, bounded by the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlas Mountains in the north, the Nile Valley and the Red Sea in the east, the Niger Valley in the south, and the Atlantic Ocean in the west. Ladakh is a Tibetan term meaning land of high passes. Located in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir in India, Ladakh is a cold, mountainous, rocky desert.
How is the climate in Egypt?
Days are scorching hot while nights are freezing cold. Summer temperatures soar to almost 55 degrees, while winter temperatures drop to 15 degrees Celsius.
Ladakh has extreme climate with summer temperatures varying between 30 degrees Celsius during the day and -3 degrees Celsius during the night, while winter temperatures remain below freezing point during the day and may reach as low as -35 degrees Celsius at night. Since Ladakh lies in the rain shadow area, it has no rainfall.
Can anyone tell us about the life of the people in the desert?
Due to extremes of climate, it is difficult to lead a settled life. Many nomadic tribes lead a nomadic life. They practice animal rearing and move with their herds of camels, sheep and goats in search of water and grass. Agriculture is practiced near the oases or in the river valleys such as the Nile Valley. The development of transport and communication has changed the lives of the people.
What about the life of the people in Ladakh?
The economy in Ladakh is based on agriculture, animal rearing and tourism. Agriculture is practiced during summer months and desert conditions have forced the farmers to develop unique irrigation systems using water melted from glaciers. Handicrafts occupy an important place in Ladakhi society. We learnt a lot about the different types of desert. It was very interesting. Thank you, John and Sana, for your inputs.
With this, I have come to the end of the lesson. Now let's go on to page 224 for the exercises. The first one, A. Write T for the true statements and F for the false statements. 1. The Thar Desert occupies a major part of eastern Rajasthan. That is true. 2. Camels are known as the ships of the desert. That is true. 3. Small hills formed by moving sand particles are called sand dunes. That is true. 4th. Winter days are very cold, but winter nights are pleasant in the desert. False. Winter days are pleasant, but nights are cold. 5. The Indira Gandhi Canal is built on the river Satluj. That is true. Next one, answer the following questions. So what is a desert? A desert is an area which lacks rainfall and is mainly made of sand. You will find sandy soil in the desert and there are hardly any trees or vegetation and there is very little rainfall. Second one, what are sand dunes? Now sand dunes are caused by the wind that blows across the desert, taking the sand particles from one place to another and depositing them in another place. So sand dunes are temporary, not permanent. Because if you find a sand dune here in this place today, tomorrow because of the wind, the dust storm, the sand dune moves away to another place. The dust storm blows the sand to another place. What is an oasis? An oasis is a piece of land in the desert where you get water. It is an area where there is water and it is surrounded by the date palms. Now, why are dust storms common in the desert region? Because there is hardly any vegetation there to stop the storm or the dust storm, whatever it is. The dust storm just blows across the desert, taking away all the sand with it. Now, describe the life of the people of the desert region. Now, the desert region people, they settle in small villages near the oasis because that is the source of water for them. And they use a camel for their transport. And some people are farmers, some people keep sheep and goats, and they also have fields which they grow crops like jowar, bajra, wheat and gram. And the desert life is very difficult because there are extremes of temperature. The days are very hot and the nights are very cold. And these people are dressed in colorful clothes also. So that is the desert life. Next one, C. Fill in the blanks. The Great Indian Desert is also known as the Thar Desert. Number 2. On the eastern side of the Indian desert lie the Aravalli ranges. 3. The desert has an extreme type of climate. 4. The government has taken up work on the Indira Gandhi Canal to provide water to the people of Rajasthan. Next one, match the following. You need to match the phrases in A with those in B. 1. Underground water springs, that goes to Oasis. 1C. 2. Water from the Sutlej River. D. Indira Gandhi Canal. 3. One of the oldest mountain systems in the world. It is Aravalli Ranges. A. 4. Great Indian Desert. E. Western Rajasthan. 5. Sand dunes. B. Hills of sand. So your homework will be to do A, B, C and D in the notebook and send it to the school WhatsApp number. The question answers will be uploaded by the school. Thank you. Now coming to life skills on page 225. Usually deserts are formed because of scanty rainfall and soil erosion. Suggest 3 ways of preventing soil erosion. One way is to plant trees. Second one is if there is a lot of rainfall and there is water taking away the topsoil, you need to build walls. And third one is try not to dig those areas to prevent the soil erosion. Next one, values for life. Rajasthan has a rich culture of folk music, folk dance, food, art and architecture. Why is it important to preserve and protect our country's culture and heritage? Now, it is very important to protect our country's culture and heritage so that in the modern world of today, we need to show that our country has a very rich past and a very rich heritage. So in order to show the country's past, that is a very good culture, very good heritage to the world, we need to preserve the past. And that is why we need to keep all these old monuments, the old paintings, the old architecture, everything that is old, very much intact to present to the world and show that India has a very rich past. Thank you. The next one is HOTS. What kind of items do you think would be useful in a desert camping trip? Now, when you go camping in a desert, you need water, isn't it? So water is important. You need dry food like chips or biscuits or nuts. You can't carry wet food. Then you need an antiseptic lotion to protect you from bites of some insects or mosquitoes or any sort of bites or cuts. You need warm clothes because deserts are cold at night. You need a map to show you the way. Then you need sunglasses to wear in the daytime to protect your eyes from the sun. Then of course you need binoculars because in case you want to see something far off, you need binoculars. You need mosquito cream to protect you from the bite of mosquitoes if there are any at night. And then you need a pen to jot down some things. So your choices will be, you can circle water, dry food, antiseptic lotion, warm clothes, map, sunglasses, binoculars, mosquito cream and pen. So these are some of the things that you can carry with you when you go on a trip to the desert. Thank you, children.